Hey everyone, today I'm coming to you with a review on the brand new Marvel Legends Puff Adder Build-A-Figure himself. Now this Build-A-Figure requires 6 individual packed figures to build him. There are 7 in the Avengers / Puff Adder wave in total, but you don't need the Extremis Armor Iron Man to build the Puff Adder. The figures that are required to build this figure are Molecule Man, which is included with this leg. Yes, this leg. Baron Von Strucker, which is included with this leg. Yelena Belova, which is included with the torso. Wonder Man, which is included with this arm, and then Orb, which is included with this arm, and then the head is included with the Ultimate Captain America, and then the fists are included with each respective arm. But without further ado, let's put this Puff Adder Build-A-Figure together. Okay, so I'm going to grab the torso here first, and then let's put the head on. Ugh, there we go. Looking very good. And then the arms, boom, click in very, very nicely. And then the 2 legs, 1 and 2. That was a fairly easy Build-A-Figure to put together. And here we have the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure complete in all of his glory, looking very, very good. Now, personally, in my opinion, I gotta say I'm quite a big fan of this Build-A-Figure. I really enjoy building out teams in the Legends line, and certainly a lot of people aren't that acquainted with or familiar with the Serpent Society, but over the course of my Marvel Legends collecting history, I've gathered like 3 or 4 Serpent Society figures, and I really do enjoy getting them because they look very, very good together. And when they announced this, I was actually quite excited because it is a big addition to the Serpent Society that we have so far. And I'm hoping maybe next year or this year even we get a box set with a bunch of remaining members that we need for the Serpent Society, because I honestly do enjoy the team a lot, and I know a lot of people do as well. It's just, you know, kind of an acquired taste as it is a whole team. So when you just get one here, one there, especially when I believe the last one we got was in like 2019 with the Hulk Build-A-Figure wave from Endgame. So that was a long time ago, and not a lot of people have bought them, and a lot of those figures were peg warmers. So it is understandable why some people were disappointed by this Build-A-Figure, but I personally really do enjoy it. It is complete reuse from the Caliban Build-A-Figure all the way back from 2019's X-Men wave. Now, to the best of my knowledge, I could be wrong, and for some reason I feel like I am, because I feel like we've gotten this body more than in just this figure and the Caliban, but I believe this is our second time only we are getting this body, which is personally shocking to me because it feels like a body that would work with a lot of bigger Marvel characters. Kind of feels like the Bucky Cap, but of, you know, bigger Marvel characters. It's a very kind of basic, bulky sculpt, and I'm kind of shocked that we haven't gotten it with more figures. I expect that we will now that we've gotten it kind of re-released in 2023 here. That was 4 years ago, if that is the case. Kind of shocking. But yeah, I hope we do get more figures on this body because I really do enjoy this sculpt overall. Now, for accessories with this Puff Adder, he is only included with, like you saw in the intro, a set of regular fists. Well, not regular, just Puff Adder fists, which, let's take him out of the frame. Oh, Hulk fist. He's included with Hulk fist. Very, very cool. But I do enjoy the hands a little bit more that he is included with right now on the figure. He has an open hand, which I really enjoy, as well as a gripping hand to probably put like a character's leg in or arm in to just, you know, slam around like from the Loki scene in Avengers. But yeah, that is all the accessories included with, which is completely fine. I don't expect him, and I don't think they could have included any other accessories. Now, for the figure itself, yes, I enjoyed a lot, but that being said, it is fairly simple. You have like your 3 colors here, and other than that, it's just that Caliban body with a new head sculpt. But I do really enjoy this head sculpt. I feel like they could do something with a comic M'Baku. I really want them to make a comic M'Baku figure, or Great Gorilla, whatever he's called in the comics. It would be really cool to get that figure. That's one of my most desired kind of just bigger Build-A-Figure wants in the Hasbro Marvel Legends line, but that's an aside for another time. For this figure in this head sculpt itself, I really enjoy what they did here, specifically with the face expression, because a lot of the time in Marvel Legends, they'll do the figures with big teeth out and making them look really angry, which, yeah, that's cool, but they're always going to have that face sculpt, especially because they usually don't include an alternate head for those figures. But what they did here, he looks stoic, but he certainly also looks very angry and pissed off. So I definitely think this was the best choice that they could have gone with. And you can see a little bit of photoreal applied to the eyes, and I believe the mouth as well. It is kind of harder to see because of this big snake head consuming it. But yeah, for the head sculpt, I really enjoy what they did here. Now, for the rest of the figure, I really love what they did with the paint. It's like a matte going around this kind of textured design, this crisscross. It's very interesting design. It's only on the front, but the rest of it, the lighter green, which kind of looks like a Hulk figure, is a lighter and shinier green. It just blends very well together, and we don't usually get stuff like that with the Marvel Legends line, so I definitely do enjoy that aspect of the paint of the figure. But like I said, for the rest of the figure, you can see some cool designs going down, not the same kind of shininess and matte on the torso as it is on the arms or the legs there, but certainly is on the torso. But yeah, for the rest of the figure, very, very simple. You kind of see what you see, and what you see is what you get, which, you know, that is the case with all the figures, but specifically with this character, it's a reused body and there's no additional real sculpt, so the paint is kind of the only thing to focus on here. But what we have here for paintwork, I personally really do enjoy. Like I mentioned, I love it on the torso, but just in general, the color combination that we have here is very, very nice. And when you search up the Serpent Society on whatever you're going to search it up on, he always stood out to me. I loved his color combination and his design overall, and I'm really happy that we did get him in the Legends line. So yeah, I think that's kind of all that I really have to say with this Puff Adder Build-A-Figure. So I guess without further ado, let's get into the Puff Adder's articulation. Say that 5 times fast. Puff Adder Articulation, Puff Adder Articulation, Puff Adder Articulation, Puff Adder Articulation. I can't. Okay, but anyway, for the articulation, the head does go up decent amount, up that much. Oh, the leg fell off. Head does go down that much, which looks very good. That would be really scary just looking up at that face. I would personally run away, as I imagine a lot of you would. And then it does have a little bit of tilt, but not a lot. Full 360, but overall pretty good range on the head. Arms go up that much, down, full 360, bicep swivel, single jointed elbows, these big biceps with all these veins get in the way, but they do go in kind of exactly 90. Now all the hands are on a horizontal hinge, so they go up, down, and full 360. Oh, I am wrong. This is a vertical hinge. Down, up, full 360. I thought they all were on that hinge, but that is, I guess, good to get, especially if he's holding some figures in that hand. Ab crunch goes down that much. Back, you can see that paint does continue, so that is very nice. Full 360 for waist cut. Ooh, that is kind of stiff. That leg keeps falling off, but it is in there. I don't know why this one keeps falling off. Legs kick forward that much. Back, splits, upper thigh cut, double jointed pinned knees, and then there is boot rotation, and then the ankles go up, down, and beautiful ankle rocker pivot. Now, first for comparisons, here we have the Puff Adder next to the other Serpent Society figures that we have so far. We did get that one figure that was kind of before my time of collecting. I don't exactly remember the name, nor do I remember the names of most of these figures. I know this is King Cobra and that's Viper, but I did say earlier that the last time we got a figure was 2019, and that was this one, but we did get her last year, but I don't know. I don't really consider her a official member. When I think of Serpent Society, I think of figures like this. She kind of is Hydra and Hydra alone, at least to me. You know, you could have a different opinion as always. But like I also mentioned earlier in the video, I really do want us to get more members of this team, and I don't know if they would do well just single packed, as these figures didn't do very well single packed. I always remember seeing them peg worn, but I definitely think like a 5-pack or 6-pack or something like that for the Serpent Society would do very, very well, and just get a bunch of members out there and really flesh out the team, especially after getting this Puff Adder. I'm craving more for the Serpent Society. Also, with the rumor, this is a rumor of them possibly appearing in Captain America New World Order. They'll probably be a more known team by that point, so getting them out earlier would always be a bonus, but like I said, that is a rumor. I just really do want to get more Serpent Society figures, and I'm probably in the minority there, but yeah, still, I do love this team, especially with this Puff Adder. We have a bigger, bulkier character to go with this team, and if this is the only 4 that we have so far, I think it is a good combination for now. For now. Only for now. And here we have the Puff Adder next to the Caliban, which, like I mentioned, was the first time that we got this body, and I believe the only other time that we got this body, and this is a very good figure. But as you can see, new feet on this one, new hands, and obviously new head sculpt, but other than that, the rest of it is reuse. And then I also thought I'd compare him next to the controller, which is essentially the same exact figure as Thanos, at least in scale, and uses the same body, but that is the previous Build-A-Figure for the last comic Avengers wave that we got, which wasn't too long ago. So I do enjoy us getting these comic Marvel Legends waves, especially when we get the variety that we did with this wave, at least. Here we have the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure next to some other recently released bigger Marvel Legends figures, being the Deluxe Blob, as well as the Deluxe Cyborg Spider-Woman, which that is probably, well, I'm not even going to say probably, that is the most crazy Marvel Legends figure that I think we have ever gotten today. And I will have a review for that and the complete Spider-Verse wave coming up very, very soon. In fact, after this video, I'm going to start filming the Miles Morales video, and that will be the next video that will come out after this. So stay tuned for that and all those other figures from that wave, because personally, I enjoy that wave a lot more than I was expecting, and I think you will as well. But I'm not going to ignore this figure as well as the X-Men 3-packs. I do have those, and I will be doing reviews for those. But personally, right now, I'm going to prioritize doing the Spider-Verse wave, as I believe a lot of people are itching to see reviews for those. But trust me, I will do reviews for this figure and the X-Men 3-packs in time, probably like a week from now. But yes, I love you both. You're dope too. I love you both. Here we have the 20th anniversary Captain America and Iron Man next to the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure. And here we have the completed Puff Adder Build-A-Figure wave, and personally, I absolutely love this wave. When it was revealed, I was like, yeah, it's a cool wave. I thought some of the figures were duds, but after getting it in person, I really enjoy each and every figure in this wave, even my least favorite, which, speaking of which, for the ranking of this wave, that was difficult for me because I really do enjoy each and every figure in this wave. But, okay, how am I going to do this? Am I going to go from least or best? I'm going to start with my least favorite here. So, personally, my least favorite, even though I love this figure, I know I was grabbing Baron Von Strucker, but my least favorite is the Orb figure. I really do enjoy this figure, but the problem is it is on a Bucky Cap body, and I am just very sick of getting that body mold. But what we have here still, I really do enjoy, and I've actually had a lot more fun with this figure than I was expecting. But yes, he is going to get last place, then next to him, after him, rather. Okay. I'm going to give it to Molecule Man. I love this Molecule Man figure, but I just don't have too much attachment to the actual character. I know that it is accurate to the character, and I know a lot of people are wanting this, but just compared to the other figures in this wave, I just like him the seventh most of all of the figures. And that's saying a lot because he's not necessarily the second worst, in my opinion. He's the seventh best, as all the figures above him, just in my opinion, are better, but he's not bad, nor is really Orb, in my opinion. That's how much I love this wave. But yes, he's going to get 7th place, and Orb is going to get 8th place. And then after that, I'm going to give it, this is going to be probably shocking, but I'm going to give it to the Wonder Man. I just don't have that much of a connection to this character, but trust me, I still love this figure, and I'm very, very excited to have it in my collection, especially for just my classic Avengers shelf. I think he will look very, very well on there. But as always, I know a lot of you will probably have this figure high ranked, so please let me know what you have as your ranking in the comments below. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Now, after the Wonder Man, okay, so this is the 5 that we have left. I'm going to give it to the Puff Adder. I love this Build-A-Figure a lot. I personally think the 4 figures here are better than him. And then after the Puff Adder, if you would stand, Captain America. Okay, you're not going to stand. I'm going to put you there. I'm going to move you here. I'm going to move you here. I'm going to give 4th place to Baron Von Strucker. I love this figure, and I was very surprised with this figure when it came out of the box because it's pinless. As advertised on the box, it is not pinless, and I love this character, and I love what we have going on here. I just really do enjoy that figure more than these 4, but like I mentioned, I still love these 4 just as much. Well, obviously not because I'm ranking them, but yes, I still love them. Now, for the final 3, 3rd place, who am I going to give it to? I am going to give it to the Yelena Belova. I really do enjoy the Yelena Belova, and I love the character a lot, but I just think that figure could have been done a little bit better, but still, I think it is a very good representation of the character. Just could have been done a little bit better with maybe an alternate head, but trust me, I still love that figure, and I think you will as well if you choose to get it. Now, for the final 2, okay. This was easy, I'll say, for the final 2 because I love both of these very much, but the problem is with Captain America's, you can't army build them. Well, not army build them, but you can't put them in a Hall of Armor. You can't put, you can, but it would be kind of awkward to just have a bunch of Steve Rogers in a Hall of Armor. But still, I really enjoy these figures almost equally, but I'm going to give 2nd place and 7th worst. Well, I'm not even going to say 7th worst. 2nd place to the Ultimate Captain America figure, and Yelena is going to fall on the ground, leaving 1st place. Let's get her standing up again. 1st place to be, as you can tell, the Orb figure. No, the Extremis Armor Iron Man figure. I absolutely love this figure. I think I've kind of settled with the fact that this is the best Marvel Legends Iron Man figure, at least in my opinion, and I definitely think a lot of people do have that same opinion on this figure. I just think what they did here is so great and really utilizes all the great aspects of modern Marvel Legends. But that is my wave ranking. Please let me know what you think of my personal wave ranking in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you not? Are you somewhere in between? screen, and I really do want to hear your personal wave rankings in the comments below, especially with wave rankings in general. I love hearing what you all have to say, because on some of my other wave rankings on previous Build-A-Figures, they have been very different opinions, and I love to see everyone's different thoughts on all these figures, because it is very subjective, especially when there is this many figures in a wave. But for my final thoughts on the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure himself, I personally really do enjoy this Build-A-Figure, and I think I enjoy it a lot more than a lot of other people, and I do understand why people don't like it. It is a very obscure character and a very obscure team that he is from, and I get it. A lot of people really want like a new sculpted Build-A-Figure with new waves, especially when there is a decent amount of reuse, but what we have here I think is a very good addition to the Marvel Legends line. But for my rating with the pricing account, which is not really anything, as Build-A-Figures are free, but you know, if you add all the figures up, that'll probably be around like $230 cha-ching for this Build-A-Figure, but you know, you are getting all the other figures as well. But yeah, for my ranking, I think I'm going to give this figure like 8.5 out of 10. I really do enjoy it, and I don't know if that's recency bias speaking, but I think a lot of you would enjoy this figure more in person, and I don't know if a lot of people are going to complete this, as this wave is kind of a wave in which you pick and choose, as all Build-A-Figure waves are, but specifically this one, because there is such a different variety, I don't imagine a lot of people going out of their way to build this, which is fair, especially because I know a lot of people don't like this Build-A-Figure as much as I am, but I assure you, this Build-A-Figure is very good in my opinion. But as always, thank you so much for watching this video. All my other reviews for the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure wave figures are out now, and go check those out if you have not already. But thank you so much for watching this video specifically, and as always, I have been Jagger Collector, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.